While the world watched Kennedy and Khrushchev, a quieter war raged in Havana. No bombs, no parades, just shadows. The CIA's Network Orion lived underground, a fractured constellation of spies, engineers, ex revolutionaries. Welcome to Omar's story Nook, where history gets spicy, legends get a remix, and imagination runs wild. Every tale you hear is a whisper of Omar, echoing across time, culture, and the soul. October 1962, the most dangerous month in modern human history. The moment when one wrong move could have ended it all. Not in trenches, not in deserts, but in an instant. A flash of white fire, a scream of silence, and a sky that would never be blue again. America discovered Soviet nuclear missiles hidden in Cuba, a direct line of fire, just 90 miles from Florida. And suddenly, the Cold War wasn't cold anymore. The world knows the surface story. President John F. Kennedy faces off with Premier Nikita Khrushchev. Televised speeches, naval blockades, backroom diplomacy that narrowly avoids global annihilation. But beneath that surface, in the shadows, in the cipher rooms, in the alleys behind embassies, another war was being fought, a quieter one, a darker one. This is the story not found in textbooks, not taught in school assemblies, the one buried beneath redacted pages and whispered through hallways in Langley. A story of spycraft, betrayal, and a plan so reckless it nearly lit the fuse on nuclear apocalypse. While leaders shook hands, spies risked everything, and at the heart of it all, a name without a face, a code name spoken only once before it vanished forever. This is the story of Operation Ghost, when silence almost killed the world, and secrets, not soldiers, saved it. October 14th, 1962. A U-2 spy plane soared above Cuba. What it captured would shake the world. Launch pads, missiles, Soviet-made aimed at the US. At CIA headquarters, analysts confirmed the unthinkable. SS-4 ballistic missiles, capable of striking major cities in minutes. The Cold War had a new heartbeat, and it pulsed in Havana. But there was something else, a name in the shadows, Ghost, an undercover operative deep within Cuba's military ranks, feeding warnings to Langley in poetic code. Ants build where eagles sleep, cargo east of Santiago. And finally, one chilling message, they are armed. That message arrived the same day the photos landed on President Kennedy's desk. ExCom convened, airstrikes debated, blockades drafted, the war braced. But inside Havana, Ghost, unseen, unheard, was trying to get one last message out. Because this war wouldn't start with soldiers, it would start with a whisper. And if no one listened, it would end in silence. While the world watched Kennedy and Khrushchev, a quieter war raged in Havana. No bombs, no parades, just shadows. The CIA's Network Orion lived underground, a fractured constellation of spies, engineers, ex revolutionaries. At the center was Ghost, no photo, no name, just code. Every night at 3:03 a.m., it transmitted. Pine needles rust on hollow trees. Translation: Soviet troops camouflaged movement. Then silence. No signal on October 17th. Then a scrambled return. They know? Langley panicked. Extraction was impossible. Ghost's identity was unknown even to his handler. He was a firewall wrapped in flesh. Rumors swirled. Had he been turned, captured, killed? A desperate message was left under a Havana bench. The world is watching. Are you alive? No reply. Inside Castro's Cuba, raids multiplied, checkpoints spread, spies vanished, and the CIA did what they feared most. They buried Ghost, scrubbed his records, closed his frequency. One line remained: operative terminated, status unknown, value incalculable. But in the spy world, truth doesn't die, it hides, and sometimes it waits. As Ghost Channel went dark and Cuba's missiles neared launch readiness, Langley reopened a file once locked away. Operation Northwoods, a plan shelved for being too dangerous, too deceitful. Stage an attack, blame Cuba, justify invasion, fake bombings, stage deaths, then strike. Kennedy had rejected it. We don't light matches beside nuclear fuel. But someone didn't listen. October 22nd. A training accident rocked a Florida radar station. No deaths, just confusion. But inside command rooms, alarms went off. Troops mobilized, advisors whispered, "Is this it?" Then a whisper came back. Off the coast of Cuba, a Norwegian trawler picked up a faint encrypted signal. "You're playing with matches. The house is dry." The CIA director made one call, shut it down, erased the trace, disowned whoever lit the fire. The rogue operatives behind the false flag vanished, their file redacted, but in the margins one chilling line appeared again. May have been tied to missing operative Ghost. Had Ghost survived? Sabotaged the false flag from within? Warned them from the shadows? No one could confirm it. But the message was clear. Someone had tried to stop the fire before it started. Because in Cold Wars, it's not the missile you launch, but the lie you believe that ends the world. 13 days. That's how long the world stood breathless, balanced on a knife, watching missiles blink beneath Cuban skies. But while Kennedy and Khrushchev played political chess, another battle was waged behind locked doors, a war of illusions. Inside Langley, a CIA unit called CADA launched Operation Mirage fake satellite signals, phantom troop data, decoys designed to stall Soviet decisions. Every false move calculated to buy time, to make war hesitate. Then, from nowhere, a signal, encrypted, recognizable to one man only, Sequoia, Ghost's former handler. The message read, "I was never yours, but I stopped the match. Ghost was alive, or at least still watching." As Soviet ships neared the blockade line, ExCom begged for retaliation, but the CIA advised, "Ignore the second letter from Moscow's hardliners. Answer the first, the human one." And so Kennedy did. A deal was struck, the missiles removed, the ships turned back, and the world didn't burn. Later, in a post-crisis memo, a note was circled in red. The deterrent was not just nuclear, it was informational. Someone, somewhere, had held the match and chose not to strike. Ghost's name never appeared in the news, but peace that week was carried by shadows. They call it a victory. October 1962. Missiles out, war averted, diplomacy triumphant. But that's the clean version. The one wrapped in ribbon, taught in classrooms. The truth? The Cold War didn't end. It went underground, into briefcases and cables, into agents who vanished from files and names erased before they were ever spoken aloud. At Langley, there's a hallway with no plaque, just a locked drawer in the code files. Inside it, a note, handwritten, unsigned. The match always seeks the flame, but some hands remember the fire. No name at the bottom, just a stamp. Ghost, status unknown. We don't honor people like Ghost. No medals, no eulogies, only rumors of a whisper that calmed the countdown, of a match never struck. Because in this story, peace wasn't declared, it was delayed by someone watching from the cracks, by someone who chose silence over spectacle. So, the next time the world feels steady, remember, somewhere, someone is still holding a match, still choosing not to light it, still listening. This isn't just history. This is Omar's story, Nook, where truth whispers between the lines and legacy refuses to fade until the next whisper of Omar Stay listening.